In the past, I guess from presonus Studio One version 4 and up, with my Prime edition, I did purchase the Pro plugin bundle, which gives you additional few plugins like the compressor, the Pro EQ, and limiter, and few other sort of plugins. Even though Prime Edition doesn't support third-party VST plugins, having those additional Pro EQ as well as the compressor and the limiter and I think room reverb and so on, it really enhances you, especially if you are only recording live instruments. Of course, if you are trying to use other VST instruments, then Prime it's not going to work because it doesn't allow third-party plugin. But if you are just recording live instruments like guitar, vocals, keyboards, synthesizers, and you don't need any of third-party VSTs, Pro plugin bundle works really well because they're just under $20, if that, and you get quite a good production because what comes with Prime Edition with just the channel strip is not really enough to have control of EQ and compression. So I've got version 6 installed running in Prime Edition, as you can see on the screen. So I'm going to go into the Studio One installation and available downloads. These are the items available for downloads. As you can see, I even also purchased My Thai, which is VST plugin, should work with Prime. So I'm just going to enable that. And then also the Pro plugin bundle. You can see it adds on, for Prime, powerful plugins and so on. So I'm just going to select that as well. And I'm just going to install these two items. The reason I want to do that, I want to see if the Pro plugin bundle with the Pro EQ 2 or 3, whatever the version is now, will allow me to have the, well, this is not going to work because these are, not these ones anyway. These are for the fat channel, which Prime doesn't have, so you don't need to go away. Okay, so is it installed? Okay, I guess it has. The install content will be next time you start Studio One. Please restart Studio One. Okay, so I'm going to start that because I want to test to see if the new EQ, the dynamic EQ, will go in 5. I doubt it, but if it happens in the Prime Edition, that's a good thing, right? Let's start. This keeps appearing, but I don't think it's going to work. So I'm just going to create a new blank project under our effects. Okay, here we go. We've got the compressor, which is it's been added, and Pro EQ there as well. I wonder if it's a dynamic one. We've got the room reverb, which is great, with a VU meter, and pedal board. Okay, let's add a track, audio track, drums, stereo, yeah, doesn't matter. I'm just going to see if I can have Pro EQ. And yes, there we go. So we've got dynamic EQ in Prime. So it does work. Of course, you also get some pedal board. And what pedal board can we add into here? Insert a stomp. There you go. All of this, a gate, EQ, all the usual pedal board like wow-wows, all that. If you guitar, fantastic. And of course, you get the gate as well as a gate expander, as well as a compressor. So the compressor is no different, it's the same. And this is in the Prime Edition because of the Pro plugin bundle. And otherwise, you don't get any of the other ones. And with Empire, as you can see, we can have other pedals as well. All good. And any amps? Yeah, we can choose different types of amps. That's all good. That's in Prime. I mean, if you are recording live instruments and not much of other VST instrument, well, there you go. It will still get you going. And I have demonstrated how you can use Prime to produce a well balanced and mixed and mastered song, because you've got the compressor, you've got the limiter. Check out my channel and find out how you can actually use it. I should mention that I have no affiliation with Presonus. I'm only making these videos because Presonus Studio One has been my main DAW since Presonus Studio One version 2. Studio One fits my workflow and I'm quite happy with it. I still haven't upgraded to version 6. I'll wait until the next release update, making sure that all the bugs have been sort of removed out of the system, and then I'll be able to upgrade it because I have current projects that I cannot, have issues with. Having said that, you can still have version 5 and version 6 running parallel at the same time. You can install both versions and it will happily run together. As you can see on my screen, I do have 6 and 5 installed. So if I go my home screen, you can see my projects that I've been working a few days ago, last week, a couple of weeks ago. And I can open it. They will open, obviously, but it won't run because it's Prime Edition. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope it was helpful. Now you know you can use Pro EQ with Dynamic, which should have been in version 5. But anyway, if it was helpful, please give me the thumbs up and feel free to comment if you'd like me to make any follow-up videos on Studio One Prime Edition. As always, thanks for watching and have a great time making music. Catch you in the next one. Oh, you're still here. Okay, let's find out if Pro EQ with the dynamics that you just saw me work flawlessly in the Prime Edition of version 6. I've got version 5 Pro Edition now loaded with the project. Just going to see if it works. Nope, it doesn't. So obviously it looks at the version number and then it only loads EQ2. So there's no dynamics in version 5, but I've got dynamic EQ in Prime Edition version 6. Well, just in case you wanted to know.